You're watching Chillmonger. It's live, pal. Talk to me, Kevin.
Okay, Mahershala Ali.
Yes.
Why is he the perfect Blade?
He's the perfect Blade because he's one of the greatest actors working today, and because he's a huge fan of our universe and a fan of that character. And he's going to destroy the part. I mean, it's a dream. It's the kind of dream casting that you almost don't dare to dream that you could actually do it. But we had a couple of meetings with him.
What
and
happened?
Sort of very quickly decided, let's do this.
So what do you say to Wesley Snipes when he asks why?
They make decisions kind of quickly, don't they? Let's go to comicbook.com.
Can we just say that?
That's it.
All right, my last thing for you. Any timetable on Blade when we can expect that movie?
No.
He wasn't lying there. I'm trying to find the other one. It's just that it was time to go live, and I don't think
We're
I
seeing a
got
lot
it.
of passing the batons of different characters to the next iterations. Kate Bishop, you mentioned the Hawkeye series. Could the next Avengers we see be? I have like a 6-part question on Thor.
It might be my favorite title. Projects in 2 years. They separate, they're changed.
I'm looking for the one where he goes, "Why Blade?" And then Kevin Feige says, "Mahershala Ali." Mahershala Ali because of Blade, Blade because of Mahershala Ali. I can't find that interview. Maybe it's Collider here, but this was taken during the 2019 Comic-Con from 4 years ago.
And I know I got to go already, but you announced Blade at the end. Is Blade part of Phase 4? And is what we saw on the screen the complete Phase 4, or will there be other things possibly added?
It is the complete Phase 4. The way I announced the complete Phase 3 5 years ago, things can move, things can change as they did if you go back and look at what we talked about.
Yeah, like Blade. Blade won't be part of Phase 4.
5 years ago for Phase 3. But we've been working on this for quite a while, and it's pretty set. But there are always changes possible.
So is Blade in Phase 4?
No.
Got it. Great casting. Thanks. And I have a million other things. He's not connected to Cottonmouth, is he?
No.
That's also, you know what I mean.
Man. Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, had this Blade stuff in his hands. If he wanted to do Blade, he'd have done Blade. After all the delay, all the new things announced since Blade, it's clear that there is a force that is not interested in Blade. And when I put on that hat, not this hat, I'm not talking about this hat, but when I put on that hat and I see what's going on with the Black Panther, and when I see what is also going on, let's not talk about what isn't happening, okay? Let's talk about what is happening. For some retarded reason, Sam Wilson gets to be Captain America, this little temporary status that he's going to be holding. And that'll go away because we know Captain America is Steve Rogers. It'll be a white guy over and over again. I'm not talking about 3 years from now. I'm talking about 30 years from now, 300 years from now, and 3,000 years from now. The Captain America mantle is belonging of Steve Rogers. Time doesn't pass in Marvel. Every time they reboot, Steve Rogers is that. So when there is a lead, they'll make it a temporary role. So let's look at Wonder Man. Simon Williams is a Caucasian, is from the Slavic mountains. He's a white guy. You know that little peach skin tone? That's what Simon Williams is. And whoever they cast to play him this time doesn't mean anything or further anything long term. It is temporary representation, and it doesn't involve empowering. Band-Aid solutions. That they'll do. Blade? Damn, they're trying really hard not to show him on screen. They had his voice during the Eternals. I'm not imagining anything. It seems like a delusion. It seems like a delusion until it happens. Almost coughed on the mic. I was going to see Blade, but now they lost Yann Demange. F that movie. You beat me to the punch, man. We're 4 minutes in. I still didn't announce it. I'm calling it now. John Wick director or Jordan Peele is going to give us Blade. I would love for that, Johnny. So last week, the writer for Blade isn't on anymore. The actor Mahershala Ali, he's been looking at the Jurassic Park franchise, and he'll probably be joining that. And why would he do that if he had his slate full, if his schedule was occupied with the Marvel movie? Well, clearly it's not. This week we learned the director Yann Demange is not in this movie anymore. He's out. He could be frustrated. It could be whatever the reason. I don't care what the reason is. He's out. Whatever Mahershala Ali does, he has to hold on and realize this film doesn't happen without him. And Marvel will tell you, and they'll tell you that, well, we're doing enough black movies. What are you talking about? And they'll take the group photo, the big group photo when it shows you this guy, that guy, all these franchises, and everyone's diverse, even though we know that the lead roles happen to be Caucasian, happen to be people who've got light skin tones. Even though that's the case in the picture, you can't really tell that. How you know who's doing the voice? How you know who's voicing the raccoon when it's just Bradley Cooper just there, standing next to who else is there? Benedict Cumberbatch and Brie Larson and Tom Holland, and Lawrence Fishburne was there also. That big freaking Marvel picture that I'm looking. Let me find it. The Marvel photo, 2018 maybe it was when they took that big group photo. Yeah, here it is on Variety. Look at that stuff. It's not on screen. The epic photo. Open image in new tab. Copy. Paste link. This is huge. They thought they're doing diversity because look at all that melon. You got Angela Bassett did the thing. She's right there. I think that was the girl who played Liz in Spider-Man. I think. No, maybe that's Gamora. That's Zoe Saldana. Look at all this melon in here. This dude up top. All right. Vin Diesel's there. Denai Guerrera. Letitia Wright is there. So, they're proud of this stuff. And look how many women that they have. And I'm the one with the brain going, none of these are the leads. The leads are Robert Downey and Chris Evans and the Star-Lord one. The lead is Tom Holland. The lead is Benedict Cumberbatch. The lead was Ant-Man, Paul Rudd. The lead was who played Thor, Chris Hemsworth. These were the leads of your movie. You guys, at this point, they had done 23, 22 movies. At that point, everybody was white, with the exception of what Chadwick Boseman played. And I'm not fooled by that dumb stuff. Some people are, though. Some people, they want to be like, no, don't worry. We still got black superheroes. There's this one from there and there and all over the place. Some of you guys were happy that there was an Egyptian superhero in Moon Knight. I agree. It's time for John Wick director should step it. Oh, who's that? Who's the director of John Wick? I forget his name. Good morning, brother. Love from London. They're taking a piss. Yeah, you can tell from your lingo you're from London. They should have made this movie years ago. Chadwick who? Who did he play? He was White Wolf. Yeah, White Wolf. With the director gone, there's every reason for Mahershala to throw his hands in the air and say, enough with these guys. They don't deserve me. And he's right. They don't deserve you. But for the third time, Mahershala, you stay strong and you stay on. You don't let them say there was creative differences. You don't let them say the actor took a hike. You don't go, we wish we could, but he took another role. And for that reason, we thought we should repurpose it. We were going to do a team movie instead. Don't work. They tried to get rid of you. They tried to do a movie where you were the fourth lead of the movie. They tried to do a movie that focused more on the daughter of Blade. They tried to do a movie and they rewrite scripts over and over again. There was a script that one of the scripts had only 2 fight scenes in the entire movie. The recent thing that they did also was, okay, the budget for this film, we're going to be circling that 70 million range. For example, Acolyte was $180 million. That's popular right now. For example, the Bad Boys movie that we just saw, I know for a fact, the third one, it was a $90 million budget. Marvel is trying to irk this guy, and he's saying no. There will be a Marvel superhero movie with a Marvel fanfare. It'll have a Marvel advertising budget. It'll have Marvel status. It'll be on Disney Plus, and the lead of that will be a superhero who is melanated, well melanated. The people need that. He knows that, and he'll suck it up, and he's sticking to it. So this movie is created. When the movie is made, it's made forever. Once that movie does happen, no matter how bad scripts were that we dismissed and we didn't use, no matter what the troubles are, once it is filmed, once it is a script is approved of and it sounds good and it's executed and he's got the acting capabilities to carry a lot of the movie. Acting can mask a lot. We can say, VFX wasn't saying much. We can say, there wasn't enough good music. We can find a lot of ways to pick apart movies. But damn it, if Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man 2 and 3 didn't carry that movie with his acting, Mahershala Ali's got the opportunity to do the same. And 5 years thinking about what he's going to do with the character will pay off. It'll be 6 years by the time they get to filming this thing. The director's gone. So what? You stay on as the actor, is my message to Mahershala Ali. And so far, I don't think I even got to say that to him. So far, I think he gets it. He hasn't vented one time. There's no interview where he's complaining about it. He's just like, next time they'll ask him a question, he'll just kind of say, yeah, we're working hard on it. We got to get it right. Because once it's filmed and once it's produced forever. Those Blade movies, those 3 Blade movies exist forever. Now, if 20-something years later, we can do a 30 almost, 20-something years later, we can do a Blade movie. You know what that does? That solidifies him as a reoccurring character that transcends one single actor, which would be Wesley Snipes. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you get that's James Bond. That's Batman and Joker. These roles that are not stuck to one guy, like Rogue was saying, Chadwick who. This becomes a long-term success, and people of colorless don't want that. Enemies to diversity, equity, and inclusion don't want that. Mahershala knows how much this film means to the culture. So, to be honest, I respect him more for it. I do too. I don't want to wake up tomorrow to the Hollywood Reporters announcing Mahershala has part ways, and like, don't let your anger and emotions. Every YouTuber who's like, yeah, he doesn't deserve them. This is Mahershala. He better show them the door. Shut up, everybody. Shut up. We want Mahershala. Because the movie doesn't happen without him, you idiots. I respect him more for it being so stern with the production process. He's not even saying anything, bro. He shouldn't say anything because the end result is he wants to create this movie. So he's probably not going to throw little reasons for them to be like motivated to make this movie not happen. He'll just kind of keep it quiet. He'll try to do what Jaylen Brown just did in his post-game interview where they asked him about Kyrie and he says, well, Kyrie had a vintage game. It just wasn't enough. He said some line like that. And man, people on Twitter are trying to use that. I saw somebody tweeted on my feed as if it was like a bad thing he tried to say. So any words that you say talking about the studio will be manipulated and used against you. Mahershala Ali, keep the mouth shut, keep your head straight, do this Jurassic Park movie. And when that Jurassic Park movie is done and when the shooting is finished, all eyes on Blade. Good. I'm happy that while I'm upset, you're losing out on roles, and there's probably things he thought he could have been doing, but he was expecting the Blade on his schedule, and so he didn't even entertain those roles. While that's sad, they wasted maybe 3 years of his career. There's very few things that you could have been doing more important than the outcome of what a Blade movie can do. Not Black community exclusively. Think of the white community. Think of the Caucasian people who only know lead movies as I talk about this all the time. The representation stuff isn't only to inspire Black kids. Fuck Black kids. White kids need to live in a world where there's a Marvel movie and like Thanos, they collect all of them and they watch all of them and they're not complete until they see that Black movie. And unlike Captain America: Brave New World, the character's skin is melanated and the role is melanated in the comics and the TV and movie, and it'll never change. And it's like a long-term, substantial representative role. And because Wesley Snipes did it last time and Mahershala's going to do it this time, it keeps rolling. Breathe in, now breathe out. Hands up, now hands down. Back up. Tell me what you're going to do now. It's keep rolling. Shout out WrestleMania 19. Jared says, hi guys, in Jericho voice. Chris Jericho? There's no way this movie is happening at this point. You negative Nancy. You take that Nightwing picture of yours, turn it around. No, don't turn around. Don't turn around. Bad choice of words. Listen, pal. This movie, we need to cheer for it. We need to cheer for Mahershala Ali. We need to express to our fellow content creators who are on this, who are going to make TikTok videos and trash talking about how Mahershala should dump him. We need to remind them that Mahershala is a trooper. That's the narrative I want to spin, because that's what I see. Mahershala's zipping. It's like when he zips, fine, I'll do the talking for you. Good job, Mahershala. Keep it up. Stay on this. They ask you to do a little stupid voicing again for Eternals Part 2. You say yes. Yeah, I'll do it. Blade is that important. They'll substitute Blade with Wonder Man and non-substantial roles who are actually white people and not representative. Any more AEW and WWE? Any more comments, questions? Let me know. Write them in, and we can go another 5 minutes, and then we'll close it out. He says, I'm going to get a Nightwing movie before this comes out. You ass. No, you're not. Nightwing is not on Brave and the Bold. He may have an appearance in it, but he's not on the deck for my boy. James Gunn, though, he's probably looking at who he's going to cast for Jon Stewart Green Lantern. James Gunn's probably looking at the actor, Majors. And if you are a contributor to my channel membership, you know why it's not a J anymore and why it's an M. Take a guess. Anyone who's not a channel member who didn't see the video, why does that say M rather than J? Guess why? And why did I fill in the color? I'll tell you that part. I colored it in because it used to say JABBARI. And I'm like, all right, technically it's still there. It's still there. I just covered over it. Because she didn't really win, you know, and then she did the whole civil lawsuit. I don't need that name up on my thing anymore. She's out. Done right, Blade can be a lot. It says, we waited this long for Blade. I can wait a bit longer. Get that script right, direction right, action right. And this wait will be well worth it. We need another black billionaire franchise. And you know what would suck if this movie came out next year? Because it'll be surrounded by Thunderbolts and Brave New World and all those crappy Agatha TV show, Ironheart TV show. I don't expect to do big numbers. Enthusiasm will be low. If this movie waits 3 years from now, this will be after the X-Men movie has come out. And after, in between Avengers movies, it should be around that time. Superman will have been doing good things for DC. And Supergirl may be out also. And DC will kind of raise the enthusiasm. That's the atmosphere. That's how that rising tide, that's where I want the Blade movie to come out. I know Captain Marvel it benefited much. It made $1 billion based on a rising tide, or a phase 3 rising tide. Yeah. If done right, Blade can be that for sure. It can be the $1 billion franchise. And if it did it with a $70 million budget, bro, well, I would hope that they increase the budget for the sequel, but there will be a sequel. Feige has no respect for Ali time or Blade as a brand. Now listen here, K-Dot Sanctum. First of all, you have the wrong name because you're too much of a Drake fan. But as far as respect and Mahershala Ali, Kevin Samuel Feige, have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You see, there's been creative differences, and there's a bunch of like directors who are just not the right fit. There's a couple of writers who we needed to rewrite and write some more. And because of that reason, because all I want is the best thing for the blacks. That's what I care about. So to get things perfect, and just, you know, to say that I had an Oscar to prove that I'm not racist, I had to hire him. That's why we did it so early in 2019. Remember at that time in 2019, put him on Comic-Con, big surprise, Oscar Award winner. You think we did that just to look good, just for the photo? No, we care over here. And getting it right is it's so important to us that we're willing to delay. That's how much we care about you, Kevin Feige. It's the most embarrassing Marvel Studios production ever. For real, Blade better come out though. 3 years from now, yes. 3 years from now. It's a long time, but yeah. And Ryan Coogler, I guess he knew, because damn, he hopped on that vampire movie of his own, Michael B. Jordan, and they're filming it now. It may have already been finished filming, and they're gonna have the movie come out 5 years after Blade was announced. Nuts. This is the most embarrassing Marvel production. 5 minutes? What are you talking about, fool? Yeah, I'm going to end it in 5 minutes. I don't want to go too long. Push this movie back to 2026. I'm cool with that. Push it back to 2027, as long as it happens. And Mahershala's got to stick with it. Boy Kills World wasn't that good of a movie, but the fight scenes were great. Wouldn't mind if he directed. Are you a big Yann Demange fan or the Keanu Reeves director fan? The John Wick director fan? Which of the two do you want him to be directing? Boy Kills World. The best fight scenes in Boy Kills World. Let me see who that is. The director of this film, his name is Moritz Moher. So this dude here was from what country? Germany. You want him to be the director of the movie? Cool. Let's take it. Let's take Moritz Moher. Makes no difference to me who it is. Where's my effing chill member again? You got to pay the dollar, pal. You got to pay the $1 Canadian, not even an American buck. It's this. You got to just drop a Canadian. Look at that loony right there. Look at that bird swimming. Where's it swimming? It's swimming to membership. If you can pay heads or tails, you pay. If you can pay the dollar, you can be a chill member. You can see the video I'm talking about where I repainted that. And with that, I'm out. I'll be talking about this also on Thursday. Go look at Planet Fanatics' channel, Darius's channel called Planet Fanatics. That's going to be a topic. We'll chop it up there. We're probably going to bring up the Acolyte as well. That's the next time I'll be live on a stream. LOL. I just like to see those type of fight scenes in Blade. I think we could get those type of fight scenes. They'll be very, I didn't see the movie, but they'll be very creative and limited in what they can do. So in cheap kind of like tricks where they'll have prosthetics that'll move really fast, you'll think that head came off because of how fast it moved, right? Deadpool and Wolverine is an R-rated film. Depending on the success of Deadpool and Wolverine's R-rated film, may indicate that Blade is R-worthy. Bad Boys 4 is an R-rated film, and they're sitting on, they had a good opening weekend of $56 million domestically. And I can tell you right now, after Monday, when you include Monday's box office, worldwide, it is $120 million. That's pretty all right. It will be a profitable movie, but the question is by how much? And not to mention, remember, it's a Sony movie, and Sony doesn't sell their movies to their own streaming service. No, Netflix will pay them $40-50 million to have the rights for Bad Boys, the first rights to Bad Boys. And so Netflix and Sony's relationship results in more money for Sony. Sony's doing it right. They don't make much, except for the Spider-Man movies, they don't make much misses. But that one Spider-Man movie that they got with Peter Parker makes up for every loss Madam Web and Morbius and Craven is going to do. That's the movie industry. That's the Blade situation. I'm out. Kevin, you out? Yeah, guys, remember to like this video or dislike this video. This guy talks too much about that recast T'Challa stuff. This empowerment guy. Get him out. Shut up, Kevin. Okay, I sound schizophrenic right now. I'm gonna leave with that. I'm too good at this. See, I'm too good at. I got. It's like the Finn Balor. I went demon. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. I'm gonna let my forehead breathe. Oh, so you made it to the end of the video.